Hello everyone, this is Sushmita of BSc second year, third semester from Isabella Thoban College, Lucknow, and I am here with a video on group theory. So in this video, we shall focus our attention on the study of algebraic structure known as group, which is the base of abstract algebra. So before we start discussion on group, we will discuss the binary operation on a set. So binary operations, for that we will suppose a non-empty set G. So when we will do mapping, that is F such that G cross G gives G. So thus an operation which combines two elements of a set to give another element of the same set is called a binary operation or a binary composition. So addition, multiplication or a dot are used as a binary operations on a set. Now algebraic structure. So an algebraic structure is a non-empty set together with one or more than one binary operation. So in the example we can see that R is a non-empty set and plus and a dot is a binary operation. So it satisfies the definition of algebraic structure, that a non-empty set together with one or more than one binary operation. Now what is a group? So a group is a system consisting of a non-empty set. Please do mention that it's a non-empty set G of elements A, B, C or etc. with an operation O is said to be a group, provided that the following four properties should be satisfied. So first property is closure property. So what is the closure property? That if A, B belongs to G, so this implies that when A is operated on B, it will also belong to G for all A, B belonging to G. That is, G is closed under the operation A. Now the second property is associativity property. So if A, B, C belongs to G, this implies that when A is operated on B and this whole is operated on C, so it should be equal to A operated on in bracket B operated on C. So these both, when these both will be equal, then only the associativity property will be satisfied. Now third property is existence of identity. So there exists an element E which belongs to G. So this implies that when E is operated on A, it should be equal to A operated on E for all A belonging to G. So this element E is called the identity element. Fourth property is existence of inverse. So for each element A belonging to G, there always exists A inverse belonging to G, such that when A is operated on A inverse, it should be equal to A inverse operated on A for all A belonging to the set G. So the element A inverse is called the inverse of the element A. Now classification of groups. So groups may be finite or infinite. That is, they may contain a finite number of elements or an infinite number of elements. Second is, groups may be commutative or non-commutative. That is, the commutative property may or may not apply to all the elements of the group. So these commutative groups are also called the abelian group. That is, they satisfy commutative property. So for the satisfaction of commutative property, when A, B will belong to the set G, so this should be implies that A is operated on B, then B is operated on A. So these both should be equal, then only the commutative property will be satisfied. So for all A, B belongs to the set G. Now the third is, since groups have sets with restrictions, so it is natural to consider subsets of group. So we will suppose a group G and we'll suppose another group H. Then we can call H a subgroup of G because H is already a subset of group G. Now here's a question through which we'll understand the concept of the groups. So if Q be the set of all positive rational numbers and star be a binary composition in Q defined by the equation A star B is equals to AB by 3 for all A comma B belonging to Q. Now in this question we have to show that Q comma star is a group, and we also have to find the identity of this group. So in the solution, first we will satisfy the closure property. So through the equation we can see AB by 3 will also belong to Q because Q is the set of all positive rational numbers. So the closure property is satisfied. Now second is the associative law. So in this law we can see A star B. When we will operate A star B, which is operated on C, then it will be equal to, through question we can see that AB by 3 is operated on C, which will be equal to AB by 3 into C by 3, which we can write it as A by 3 into BC by 3. Then we can see that it is equal to A operated on BC by 3. So we can write it as, through question, that A star B star C. So in this the associative law is satisfied. Now third is the existence of identity. So here 3 is the identity element because when E is operated on A, it will give A. So through the question we can write it as EA by 3 equal A. So we can also write it as A by 3 into E minus 3, which is equal to 0. So we can write E equal 3 through this equation. So now 3 is belonging to Q and 3 operated on 3A by 3 will give A. So for all A belonging to Q. Now the fourth is existence of inverse. So we will check the existence of inverse. If B is the inverse of A, we are supposing that B is the inverse of A. So as B belonging to Q, Q is the set of all positive rational number, then we must have B star A equal E equal 3, because in the previous one we can see equal 3. So through question we can write it as AB by 3 equal 3. So this implies B equal 9 by A. So the value of B is 9 by A. Since A is belonging to Q, therefore 9 by A will also belong to Q. So when we will operate 9 by A with A, it will give 9A by 3A, which will be equal to 3, which will be again equal to A star 9 by A. So hence 9 by A is the inverse of A. In this question we can see that 9 by A is the inverse of A. Thus all the four properties are satisfied. Thus Q comma star is a group whose identity is 3. So in the question we had to see that we have to show that the Q comma star is a group, and we have to find the identity. So both the things we had done. Now thank you for watching my video. I hope you all like it.